is Nightline.
Tonight, breaking news. George Foreman, the legendary boxer, has passed away. Plus, vanishing act.
All rise.
Who chained you up? Do you know the person or were you kidnapped?
I don't know.
Sherri Papini in court, the mom who faked her own violent kidnapping in a case that captivated the nation, facing off against her ex-husband.
My position today is that she should not be along with the children.
His shocking claims and the lie he says she's still telling about the hoax. And De Niro versus De Niro.
You're going down a very dangerous road. And we ain't been down dangerous roads before.
Robert De Niro taking on double roles in the new mob movie, The Alto Knights.
And I said, okay, it'll make it more justifiable that I'm doing another gangster movie by doing two parts.
With a star-studded cast.
They were going against the tide, and they didn't care.
What keeps the acting giant going strong at 81?
New father, businesses.
Now my little baby, so I've got a lot to, just keep going.
Plus, with just one show left until our big 45th anniversary, what's inside tonight's Nightline Vault? The best Hollywood kisses to heat up the silver screen. Good evening, I'm Stephanie Ramos. We begin tonight with breaking news. Legendary boxer George Foreman, who reclaimed his heavyweight title at the age of 45, has died. His career spanned 4 decades. He was known for his grit and perseverance, even when fighting younger and tougher opponents, and greats like Frazier, Holyfield, and Ali. His popularity and good-natured personality fueled his post-retirement venture as a businessman, and he made millions promoting and selling a line of electric and now iconic grills bearing his name. George Foreman was 76 years old. Now we switch gears on this Friday night and turn to a story that made headlines across the country. Sherri Papini, the mom who faked her own Gone Girl-style kidnapping. She's now asking a court to allow her shared custody of her children and making some wonder, is she a changed woman?
Are you hoping to get custody back of your children?
This California courtroom, the center of a true crime saga that continues to captivate the nation. A dramatic abduction turned bizarre hoax. Sherri Papini, the mother of 2 who faked her own violent kidnapping back in 2016, now asking for joint legal and physical custody of her 2 children.
We're still talking about this case because of the children in this custody battle involved, begging the question, when does a parent get their custodial rights back after such a lie?
Sherri, who served 10 months in prison, saying she is a changed woman.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony...
Sherri's ex-husband, Keith Papini, who currently has sole custody of their 10 and 12-year-old kids, disagrees. He was the first to take the stand.
My position today is that she should not be along with the children. She harmed her own body to fake a kidnapping.
Keith making shocking new allegations about Sherri as a mom.
My daughter informed me that Sherri was having her smell rubbing alcohol on a daily basis. I found out more things that Sherri had been doing to either create some sort of sickness so that she could take them to the doctor.
Sherri's lawyer arguing that Child Services investigated these claims and could not prove them. She's also criticized Keith as a father. In a June 2024 court filing, Sherri says Keith's actions are self-serving and to the detriment of our children, while my actions are selfless and for the benefit of our children. Pointing to media appearances, including last year's Hulu documentary, Perfect Wife, the mysterious disappearance of Sherri Papini.
We'll kiss for the camera with sunflower seeds. Mwah.
Today's hearing, just the latest twist in a case that has been likened to a real-life version of Gone Girl.
The case against Sherri Papini was fascinating because it had a missing woman, a race against time, children involved, and it had so many elements just rolled into one that made it must-watch TV.
The saga began back in 2016 when 34-year-old Sherri Papini went out for a jog and didn't return home.
911, what is your emergency?
I just got home from work and my wife wasn't there, which is unusual.
In total, 22 days pass with no sign of Sherri. But then on Thanksgiving morning 2016, a trucker finds a woman in distress on the side of the road.
911 emergency, what are you reporting?
Hi, I have an emergency. There's a lady on the side of the road needing help. Her name is Sherri Papini.
Can I talk to her?
Here.
Please, Sherri, I need you to listen to me. Listen to me. Do you know where you are?
No. I've been in the car.
She claimed she'd been kidnapped by 2 Hispanic women. The horror Sherri tells authorities that she lived through is written all over her body, bruises, her hair chopped off. Perhaps most harrowing, branding marks on Sherri's back, which spelled out the word Exodus.
You're like a puppy, so it's just like puppy. It hurts so bad.
Rumors that circulated that
My colleague Matt Gubman has spoken to Keith Papini several times. The first back in 2016, shortly after Sherri returned home.
she literally lived through hell. The things she told me that she did, acting like she was tucking in her kids, and she's so strong.
But not long after, Sherri Papini's story begins to unravel, from inconsistencies in what she said happened to her to stories of infidelity and a history of running away, leaving some to question, was all this a hoax? Keith and Sherri went on, trying to rebuild their lives for several years, until 2020, when there was a break in the case. Authorities tell the couple they've identified Sherri's ex-boyfriend, James Reyes, based off of DNA collected from Sherri's clothing.
What is it like sitting in that room?
I'm ecstatic. Like, we have a lead, we've got him. So I'm very happy in that moment, and then you can quickly see how it turns when they do finally say James Reyes. My body language, you can see I'm starting to scoot away, and it's really hitting me.
Authorities capturing audio from the moments they approached Reyes about Sherri Papini.
We're here regarding Sherri Papini.
I didn't kidnap her. I just... friend in need asked me for help, and that was that.
Reyes told authorities that during those 22 days, she was in his apartment, hitting herself to create bruises and burning herself. In August 2020, they bring Sherri and Keith in to confront her with the truth.
The DNA that was on you belongs to James Reyes.
We talked to him. He's been on a polygraph. It's not an abduction. She asked me to come get her.
No.
I rented a car.
No.
I drove up and picked her up. He passed the polygraph test, Sherri.
That's not what happened. What did happen, Sherri?
I don't know. No, there's no way it's James. There's no way. There's no way.
The DNA doesn't lie.
It's my fault that I was flirting with other men. It was such a stupid thing to do. I love my husband. I love my children.
That's understandable.
Just stupid.
Here's the deal, though, Sherri. Flirting with other men, not a crime. Lying to me today, yes, a crime.
In March 2022, Sherri Papini was arrested and later pled guilty to lying to a federal officer. Back in the courtroom, Keith and his attorneys arguing that Sherri is continuing to change her story, still claiming she was in fact kidnapped, but pointing the finger at Reyes.
Now she's saying she was kidnapped again, but by James. But that is also a lie. This is literally the same thing she did in 2016.
ABC News tried to reach Reyes and did not hear back.
Sherri Papini's changing of the story does apply very heavily to the custody of her children. It goes towards the idea of the emotional abuse that Keith Papini is arguing in this case.
Sherri hoping to move forward with more time with her children. She currently gets one supervised visit a month. A therapist who treated her testifying that she's changed.
She has changed. She is actually good at therapy.
The next hearing in the case is slated for May. Sherri expected to take the stand.
This Sherri Papini saga has morphed over the years. This custody dispute for Sherri Papini is an uphill battle and then some.
When we come back,
¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Vito Corleone. Vito Corleone.
Robert De Niro's most famous mob role might be his Oscar-winning turn in Godfather 2, but he's never played two wise guys at once until now.
All of a sudden, we can't go down dangerous roads. This is a road that I'm not going down because you're going to take us all down. This is not the way. You know, it's just a matter of time you're going to get pinched.
Welcome back. When you think of Robert De Niro, you think tough guy. The big screen legend now taking on not one, but two roles in the same movie. He and his co-stars sat down with Nightline co-anchor Byron Pitts.
Robert De Niro is arguably one of the greatest and most influential actors of our time. His iconic delivery helping films become instant classics. Taxi Driver.
You talking to me?
Raging Bull.
You never got me down, right?
With a mile-long list of mafia masterpieces like Goodfellas.
Did you hear what I said? What's the matter with you?
The Untouchables, Casino, The Godfather 2.
Chiamo Vito Corleone.
And The Irishman. And now his latest mobster tale.
Where do I start?
The Alto Knights. An old-school mob film, it tells the real-life story of two of New York City's most notorious crime bosses.
You're going down a very dangerous road. And we ain't been down dangerous roads before.
Frank Costello, a politically savvy and measured man, and hot-tempered and violent Vito Genovese. The two best friends gradually become rivals as they fought over power and control of the city, and the impactful relationship each man has with his wife, played by Deborah Messing and Catherine Narducci. It covers decades of real mafia history with De Niro playing not one, but both wise guys.
I thought about it and I said, it'll make it more justifiable that I'm doing another gangster movie by doing two parts, and so that's how it started.
Actress Deborah Messing plays Bobby Costello, wife of Frank Costello. A smart and educated woman, she was the only Jewish mob wife in an era when interfaith marriages were forbidden.
You are more than a spouse, you're his partner, right?
She really was an anomaly. I mean, she was really his consigliere. They were deeply in love. They were going against the tide, and they didn't care. There's a true love and a true partnership between them, and I've never seen that before from a mob boss's wife in a film.
Messing herself is no stranger to breaking down barriers.
No, I did the city a service. Good for me.
Back in 1998, she embodied interior designer Grace Adler in Will and Grace, a show universally credited with helping normalize LGBTQ representation on primetime TV through positive portrayals of openly gay characters.
Oh my God.
In Bobby Costello, Messing found another universal character.
There was a real elegance to her that you normally don't see in a mob movie from anybody. But there was a real level of sophistication. It seemed like you gave Frank like real balance.
Frank used his intellect to conduct a business. He didn't resort to violence. It allowed us to live uptown and to be considered legitimate and to be a part of the social set. It was very important to her to maintain a balance because she knew that a balance would keep him safe.
And it did. Frank Costello died of natural causes at 82. His nemesis, Vito Genovese, embarked on a much more violent criminal life that will result in a different outcome, and marriage. His wife, Anna Genovese, ran nightclubs during Prohibition, a strong-willed mob wife played by Catherine Narducci.
I love Anna because she was so ahead of her time in a neighborhood like Little Italy. Women back then were raising children, they were housewives, they were not running drag clubs and surrounding themselves in an atmosphere like that.
Narducci has long graced the screen with memorable characters, shooting to fame as Charmaine Bucco in The Sopranos.
Two guys over there at that table? I think they're FBI.
Her work with De Niro goes back decades. The acting legend championed Narducci at the start of her career in the coming-of-age crime drama, A Bronx Tale.
I'm not in the mood for steak.
Oh, you're not in the mood for steak? Huh? You know how many times I have to drive that bus back and forth each day so this family can eat steak once a week?
Where the two played a married couple.
So what was it like for you working with him in this particular movie?
I just feel very comfortable with him. It's familiarity, makes it more real if we're married to each other. I think you feel that and see that People always say that to me.
We had a better wedding in Bronx Tale than we did in this movie.
True.
And perhaps a better marriage, too. In the Alto Knights, Anna and Vito go head-to-head in an intense courtroom showdown.
Maybe you are broke, Vito, because maybe you gave all your money to the horse.
Mrs. Genovese,
I don't
ma'am,
even know what
collect
to say.
yourself.
I don't
This is now a circus right now with you. You're a clown. Yeah, you're not a gangster. You're a clown. You're a disappointment.
Oftentimes, when I see a Robert De Niro movie, he is almost always the dominant character in a scene. But in that scene, in the courtroom, forgive me, it's like you verbally kicked his ass.
Well, I think he let me do that strategically in my mind. Like, he was trying to act a little more, what was it?
More reasonable.
Yes. And I think, you know, he played his cards right. Poker face and let me look like the crazy one. And Barry let us improvise, which made it funny, calling him a clown and all these things that were just popping out of my head, which I felt very comfortable doing it with Bob.
So that was improvised, that?
A lot of it was.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
With over 120 movies under his belt, a thriving business portfolio spanning hotels, restaurants, and an acclaimed international film festival, and blessed with 7 children ranging in age from 58 to 2.5. You could say De Niro's legacy is going strong.
You're 81 years young, new father, businesses. You have like 8 lives.
I've got a lot going on, yeah. And now my little baby, so I've got a lot to, you know, just keep going.
How many more movies do you think?
25.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. You never know.
And this work still helps you feel alive.
Yeah, this is a great experience with everybody, people I've worked with for decades and known them forever, and great opportunity for us to work together again.
Nice to see De Niro playing possibly another iconic character. Our thanks to Byron. The Alto Knights is in theaters now. When we come back, the final show before our big 45th anniversary. We break open the Nightline vault with a couple of the best on-screen kisses to ever heat up the big screen. And finally tonight, we're cracking open the Nightline vault, counting down to our historic 45th anniversary. On this day, 14 years ago, some of the hottest on-screen lip locks.
At number 4, he's a bad boy. She's the blue-collar girl he won't commit to until he becomes an officer and a gentleman. The kiss is a Cinderella ending. Richard Gere, in a shining white suit, walks into his girlfriend's factory and rescues her from a drab working-class existence. He's a bad boy mutt, and she's a purebred. It makes for some major animal attraction. Our number 3 best kiss, Lady and the Tramp.
Okay, that has to be my favorite, Lady and the Tramp. Hands down. That's Nightline. See you right back here on Monday at the same time for Nightline's 45th. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.